This video is sponsored by Skillshare. It's been a while that I'm using Skillshare. If you are first time to hear Skillshare, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. You can take classes such as illustrations, graphic design, photography, even crochet, knitting, sewing, and many more. As a crochet creator or crochet designers in YouTube, it is always necessary to field with new pattern ideas and new designs to create and teach to my subscribers. So one of my tools to learn or to improve my skills are taking crochet classes on Skillshare. I always check Tony Lipsy class and other crochet designers. One of the benefits of Skillshare is ad-free. So I can stay in the zone while I'm learning, and also every week there are new premium classes. If you would like to try Skillshare as a treat, the first 1,000 people to use the link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. You can find the link in my description down below or in my pinned comment. Enjoy your Skillshare experience. And now let's move on to the video. Hello everyone, it's Crochet by Beb. Welcome to my channel. For this video tutorial, we're going to make this top. This top is made to measure and it's 2-row repeat stitch pattern. The multiple of the stitch pattern it's a multiple of 17. You just need to work the 2-row repeat stitch pattern. In my top, I work it as a round because I slip stitch every row and then I turn and continue my rows. But you can do also your top as a long rectangle and then sew it at the edge later. Then just add the 4 straps and then you are done with your top. The length of my top, for your reference, is 8.5 inches and this is 15 inches wide without stretching. So I explain furthermore the length or the width of my top in the next clip. And my strap has 21 inches long. For the materials, I use 100% cotton yarn. This is drop saffron. And I use 2 balls of this. I use tape measure, 3.5mm hook, yarn needle, scissors, and stitch markers. Can avail cute stitch markers in my shop. So this is 100% cotton yarn. I use approximately 2 balls. So I have a bit left here. This is only the reference for my size. Okay, if you are making a wider or bigger size, we'll need more of this. And this is 160 meters, 50 grams. Alright, so before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and continue to support my channel. And hope you will enjoy making this tutorial. And don't forget to tag me if you are making this tutorial at Crochet by Beb in my Instagram. And let's start. The top is made to measure, so you can make your top on your desired wide and length. It is a 2-row repeat only, so it's very easy. But the stitch pattern is a multiple of 17, so it's a big number than usual. Since we have a big number for the multiple for our stitch pattern, so it's very important to make a swatch first. So I will discuss first how to do or how to make the swatch and to measure it so you can get your desired wide you want for your top. This is my swatch. It is 34 stitches. It is times 2 of the 17 stitch pattern. And this is 6.5 without stretching out. In my first try to make my top, I measured this as 7 inches. I just stretched this out a bit because the stitch pattern or the stitch of this top is stretchable. So I measured my swatch as a 7 inches. And especially if you are using a very stretchable yarn like acrylic or wool yarn or a mixed yarn, they are more stretchable than cotton yarn. So you make sure you will stretch a bit your swatch to get the measurement. So in my first try, I did it 7 inches. This swatch, it is 34 stitches. And then I just multiply it. So my bust measurement is 35.5. So I just measure this as a 7 inches. So 14, 21, 28 and 35. So that is the 5 times of the 7 inches. So I have more 0.5 inch here left to get my exact bust measurements, but it's totally fine. I only took 35 inches. So it is only 5 times of my 7 inches. So I just times it. This is 34 stitches. So 34 times 5 for my 35 inches is 170 stitches. So I started my first try 170 stitches for my foundation chainless single crochet. So this is my first try for my swatch or to make my top, and this is 170 stitches. I started my foundation chainless single crochet 170 stitches, then I made 2 more rows here, and then I tried it out around my body or into my bust circumference, but I'm not happy with the results. It's a bit wider than my expected desired fit of my top. So this is my almost finished top, and this is my first try. As you can see, it's a bit too wide than my desired fit. So I tried it out again to make the right size I want for my top. So you can do that. You can try it out around your bust, and then if you're not happy, you can try again another size or another stitch numbers. Since my first try is a bit wider, the desired wide I want, so I measured again my swatch, and then I tried it to stretch more because this is very stretchable. As you can see, it's more too wide than my second try of my top. So what I did is I measured again my swatch. So unstretched of my swatch is 6.5, and then my first try I make my swatch at 7 inches, and then this time my second try my top is 8 inches. I made my swatch as a 8 inches because this is a very stretchable. So you can see if you make more rows, they get more very stretchy. So I made my swatch as 8 inches this time for my second try. Then I just multiply the swatch as 8 inches. So I got 32 exactly to get my nearest of my bust measurement because I have 35.5, right? So that is 4 times only of 8 inches. So 8 times 4 is 32. So this is only 32 inches to get my exact 8 inches measurement of my swatch. So I have more 3.5 inches to get my exactly bust measurement. So what I did is 32 inches is 4 times only of 8 inches. So that is 136 stitches. So my 35.5 is almost at the half of my swatch. So I just divide this 34 stitches into 2. So this is 17 stitches. So I add my 136 stitches plus 17 to get my 153 stitches. Then for example, if you have lesser than my 35.5, for example, you get 33 bust measurement. So just round that up. So you just go to 32 inches. Or for example, you get 34, I suggest to go here, the half of the swatch. Okay, so just rounding your nearest measurement. So here for example, you have only 37 bust measurement. I suggest to go to the nearest. If you're nearest here, go here, the half of your swatch. This is only 17 stitches. Or if you're nearest here, you go here, just rounding your measurement to the nearest. Okay, so I hope it's a bit clear now how to measure your swatch. So important, just stretch a bit out your swatch, then measure. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to start our stitch pattern. So in my swatch, I have only 34 stitches, that is times 2 of the 17 multiple of our stitch pattern. So first, make a slip knot. So I started the foundation chainless single crochet. To do that, need to chain 2 and then insert your hook into your first chain, then grab a yarn, then yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2. So that is the first stitch down, or the chain. This is the first stitch here. So you have your first single crochet done here. So again, insert your hook into the chain that you made, these 2 loops at the bottom. Then grab a yarn, pull through 1, and then pull through 2. You have 2 single crochet. So don't count this as your first, okay? Count this the first stitch. 1, 2. So again, insert hook, the 2 loops at the bottom, grab a yarn, pull through 1, then pull through 2. Then just continue like insert at the 2 loops at the bottom, pull through 1, then pull through 2. Okay, continue till you get 34 single crochet. So to make the swatch, okay, so I'm done my 34 foundation chainless single crochet. So for the first row, we're going to make the double crochet. So I count this as my first row. So this is only our foundation row, single crochet. So our first row, we're going to chain 2. So this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch throughout, okay? Then turn your work, and then we're going to work into the back loop of our stitches. So meaning, so this is our stitches, right? The front loop, then the back loop. Front loop, back loop, front loop, back loop. So we're going to work into the back loop, this. Okay? So when you're facing here, so this is the back loop. So we're going to work in there to make our first row. Okay, to start, we're going to make 2 double crochet into the back loop into our first stitch. So double crochet into the back loop. Okay, 2 double crochet. So put more here into the same stitch. Okay, 2 double crochet to the back loop. Then also into the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Here 2 double crochet, always into the back loop. Okay, then next stitch 2 double crochet into the back loop. Okay, so into your first 3 stitches, 2 double crochet into the back loop. Then we're going to skip 1 stitch, then work 1 double crochet into the next, so into the back loop. You're going to do this 5 times. So this is the first, then going to skip 1 again, then double crochet into the next. So that is 2, 1, 2, skip 1, double crochet, that is 3, skip 1, double crochet into the next, that is 4, then skip 1, double crochet into the next, then you have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then next we're going to skip 1 into the next 6 stitches, make 2 double crochet into the same stitch into the back loop. Okay, so 6 stitches, 2 double crochet into the back loop. So here put 2 double crochet, next stitch 2 double crochet again. So 6 stitches. And when you are done your 6 stitches, just count if you have 12 double crochet. Okay, to make sure you get your 12 stitches here, 12 double crochet. Then into the next stitch we're going to skip, and then into the next stitch double crochet. So just skip 1 in there, then double crochet. Then we're going to repeat this 4 times more, so a total of 5. So this is 1, then skip 1, double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, that is 3, skip 1, double crochet, that is 4, skip 1, double crochet, and we have 5 double crochet with the skip. Okay, then we're going to skip 1 into the next 3 stitches. Your last 3 stitches, make 2 double crochet into the back loops. Okay, so it's the same into the beginning. You have 3 2 double crochet into the back loop into your first stitches, like here. Okay, so as simply as that to make our first row. So this is we're going to repeat throughout later, you can see. So just repeat the process of the pattern. So here 2 double crochet into your first 3 stitches, and then skip double crochet 5 times. Then you're going to skip here and then make your 6 stitches, 2 double crochet in each stitch into the back loop, so a total of 12 double crochet. So I suggest to count your stitches every after you finish to make sure you have the 12 double crochet here. Okay, so just repeat again the skip double crochet 5 times here to the next to make the decrease, to make the curve, and then to do the decrease the 6 stitches with 2 double crochet into the back loop. Okay, so that is the increase, and then to make the decrease the skip double crochet, and this is 5 times, and then repeat again to make the curve of our stitches. All right. Okay, for the second row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to work into the regular stitches. So meaning going now to insert your hook into the both loops, okay? So here, so this chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch throughout, okay? So into your first stitch, single crochet. And then all single crochet into all your stitches. So very simple, our second row, all single crochet into the stitches. So here make sure to do your last stitch. Okay, so this is the chain 2, so doesn't count as a stitch, so don't make a stitch here. Alright, so to continue, we're going to repeat row 1, which is the all double crochet into the back loop. So again, we're going to repeat row 1, we're going to make chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch, and then turn. So to repeat our row 1, we're going to work again into the back loop. So into your first 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, make 2 double crochet each into the stitches. Okay, so into the back loop, always into the back loop for our repeat row 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to your first stitches, and then we're going to work the decrease, this 5 skip double crochet 5 times. So we're going to skip 1, then double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, 2, that is 2, skip 1, double crochet, that is 3, skip 1, double crochet, that is 4, skip 1, double crochet, that is 5, and then we're going to skip 1 into the next 6 stitches. We're going to work 2 double crochet into the back loop, 2 double crochet there, and then continue. So you're going to have a total of 12 double crochet here. Okay, so just count again if you have 12 double crochet here to make sure. Then again, to do the decrease after this increase, skip 1 double crochet 5 times, skip 1 double crochet. Then when you are here into your last stitches, just skip 1 into the next 3 stitches, 2 double crochet each into the back loop. Alright, so that is repeat row 1, so it's very simple. Okay, then next you're going to repeat row 2, which is the all single crochet. So just chain 1 here, doesn't count as a stitch, turn your work and work all single crochet into all your stitches. So to make sure you're going to work here, start here into your first stitch. Okay, so all single crochet here for repeat row 2. Then after that, you're going to repeat row 1, the all double crochet into the back loop. Okay, so it's very simple, just keep repeating row 1, row 2, row 1, row 2, row 1, row 2. It's going to look like this. Okay, it is important that you're going to count your 12 stitches here. Then if you have 5, repeat, skip double crochet, skip double crochet here, so to make sure you don't need to frog your stitches if you get mistake. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this, repeating row 1, row 2, row 1, row 2 to get the length of your top. So as you can see here in my top, I decided to work it round, so I slip stitch every round, then turn my work, then after that going to slip stitch again into my first stitch. So that's what I did to get a seamless connection of my ends. So I'm going to show this to you how to do this, but of course you can do your top along rectangle and then later you're going to sew it both sides. If you prefer that, you can do that. Okay, but in my top I did slip stitch into my beginning stitch, then I turn to continue my rows. That's what I did. So you can see here I didn't yet decided, so I work in my first 2 rows, not slip stitching these together, but you can do that also by not working as a round. Just work as a normal repeating rows until you get the desired length of your top, then just fold it and then sew the ends. Okay, but I will show you also how I did this. So what I did here, okay, so make sure you get also a 2 stitch markers, so you will mark your first and last stitches, so you will not get mistake with your stitches, or else you're going to increase your stitches. Okay, so here for example, if you are here into your last stitch, this double crochet, you're just going to connect here into your beginning stitch, in here into your first stitch, this double crochet, you can see. So this is the chain 2, alright, so doesn't count as a stitch. So you're going to, so make sure it's not twisting your top or your stitches before you're going to slip stitch, alright. So you're going to slip stitch here into your first stitch, just a slip stitch. And this slip stitch doesn't count as a stitch, so it's important, or it's necessary to put your stitch marker here into your last stitch. This is my last stitch, and then put a marker also into the last stitch, or here into the first stitch here that you put your slip stitch. So this, so put your stitch marker there. Okay, so the slip stitch here doesn't count as a stitch, so it's nice to put your stitch marker here first and last stitch. And then to continue, you're going here, for example, I'm going now to repeat row 2, the all single crochet, so I'm going to chain 1, so doesn't count as stitch again, then turn that. So now I'm going to work into the wrong side of my top. So I'm just going to work like this. So I don't need to put it in the wrong side out. So I'm just going to work like that. For example, this. Just work like that. So to make your single crochet, make sure work your single crochet into your first stitch, which is here, the one that you have marker. So work single crochet there, and then move your stitch marker. So we're going to remove here and then put here into your first stitch. Then continue all single crochet for your repeat row 2. Alright, so here when you're done your single crochet, going to show that also here. So when you're here into your last stitch of your single crochet, so this is my last stitch, so I'm going to work my single crochet there and then move my marker, put here into my last stitch now, and then you're going to slip stitch here. Then you're going to work your first row, repeat row 1, chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch, then turn, then work double crochet into the back loop into your first stitch, which is this, the one you put your marker. So just remove it, then work your double crochet into the back loop here, that is your first stitch. So put it back your marker in there, then continue your stitch pattern. So as simply as that. Okay, so when you are done here in your double crochet or this repeat row 1, when you are here, just slip stitch again here into your first stitch, just remove your marker and then slip stitch in there, then chain 1 and turn to work your repeat row 2, the all single crochet, then just turn and then work your first single crochet again here into the mark stitch. Okay, so it's important you have your 2 stitch marker here, so you will know where is your last and first stitch to work or to slip stitch to connect your rows. Okay, so here I'm going to use this to connect this later. Alright, so you just need to keep repeating your first and second row. It's very simple. Just keep repeating that. You can do also slip stitching here in the ends of your top, so you don't need to stitch them together later. So you can do that. So just keep repeating row 1 and row 2 until you reach the desired length of your top. So for me, this is already the desired length of my top. So this is only like 8.5 inches. Yes, 8.5 inches. But it's a bit stretchable, so there is more length of it. Alright, so just keep repeating your row 1 and row 2, your stitch pattern until you reach the desired length of your top. Just use your stitch marker here if you want to do the slip stitching method to connect the both ends, so you don't need to sew this side together. Okay. Alright, so before you finish your top, make sure to stop in the single crochet row or the repeat row 2, okay? So you have a nicer ends or edging of your top. Alright, so when you are done the length you decide for your top, now let's put the straps. First, try it on your top and then put a marker where you want to put the straps. Okay, so my top, as you can see, I put my marker here. So I already started these 3 straps. So I put here and then here. As you can see, it's not the same place. I mean, it's not the same curve where I put my straps because I have a odd wave, this wave or the curve of my top. So I put here and then the other side it's placed in here, as you can see. But if you have an even curve or the wave of your top, you will able to put in the same spot. The straps are very simple. You just need to make a long chain and then slip stitch back. So this is how it look like. It's very simple. So I made a 100 chains and then slip stitch all the chains back here and then just properly secure here. My strap is 21 inches length, so this is enough. So it's very long. So I made it 100 chains, then slip stitch backward. So this is the place where I put this strap. So just insert your yarn here. Then just start chaining. So I will put single crochet so it will make it more sturdier in place my strap. Okay, and then just start chaining. So I will chain 100. Alright, so I done my 100 chain. So the chain is more longer than 21 inches. Then after I done my slip stitch is already 21 inches. So when you are done your chains, just slip stitch. So I skip that first or this last chain here. So I make a slip stitch into the second. And then just slip stitch all into your chains. Just simply as this. Or if you want a bit wider, I mean more thicker, you can make it single crochet. Okay, so just finish your straps and then when you are here just fix it properly so you can have a sturdier strap attached here. You can see. Okay, so just finish your slip stitch until here and then just properly secure your strap, then continue the other straps. Okay, so I will going to finish my strap here. So this is my last strap to do and then I will weave all my ends and then finish my top. So in my top I will not put any more borders or another slip stitch around because doing a slip stitch in the borders, it will give a decrease of the stretch of my top. So I will not do it anymore, but it's totally fine. I like already the single crochet. Alright, so when you are done the straps, just sweep all your ends and you are done with your top. Hope you enjoyed making your top, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button so you will be notified for more videos, and tag me in my Instagram at Crochet by Bev if you're making this tutorial. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. Hope to see you again next time in my next video tutorial. Happy crochet everyone. Bye.